The NBA is preventing teams from drafting well. Let me explain. The NBA brought a new collective bargaining agreement which will remain in place throughout the 29 and 30 NBA season. This updated agreement brings major changes to key areas such as roster construction, the salary cap, free agency, and other critical aspects of team management. Let's take a look at the defending champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They recently extended their big three in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams with a combined salary of $822 million. But how? Isn't the second apron supposed to prevent teams from doing this? How will they fill out their roster? To answer the first question, yes. The second apron was first established to avoid big markets overspending smaller markets and eliminating parity across the league. OKC is considered a smaller market team, and they shouldn't have to worry about breaking up the team if they drafted well in the first place. With an amazing scout team, the Thunder drafted Williams and Holmgren in the same year, and now it's coming to bite them. Let's go back to 2012 when OKC traded James Harden away to the Houston Rockets. The Thunder have recently given long-term extensions to Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka. This left Harden alone in constant contract negotiations. Finally, the Thunder offered him a 4-year, $55 million offer, which is roughly $5 million less than the max. The OKC front office knew that they would be in a major hole if they offered the max. They would have zero roster flexibility since a major of their salary cap is tied to 4 players. The big three in 2012 were all drafted by the Thunder, but everyone knew they couldn't stay together because of the financial implications that it could cause. So unfortunately, James Harden was the one let on the short end of the stick and was traded away to receive the max contract that he deserved. As years progressed, the media and videos came out that this was one of OKC's biggest regrets with trading Harden away. The front office sees something special with their current big three and doesn't want to make the same mistake that they made in the past. They ultimately decided to pay their big three and suffer the consequences that come with it. A solution to this new CBA agreement is a cap relief mechanism. My idea is that if a team drafts a player and later signs them to a max contract, that contract should count less against the salary cap. This idea would allow teams to retain homegrown talent, players that they correctly identified, drafted, and developed, without being heavily penalized under the NBA's new second apron rules. In essence, teams would still pay the players their full max salaries, but the cap hit would be reduced if the player originally drafted by that franchise. This would reward strong scouting and player development and help smaller market teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder keep their cores intact without being forced to break it up due to harsh financial restrictions. Now to answer the next question, how will they fill out their roster if majority of their salary cap is to 3 players? The answer is, I don't know. The Thunder are known to have a wide variety of draft capital, so in hindsight, with their good reputation for drafting, they can draft and replace each player when it comes to paying them. That would mean contributors like Lou Dort, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Cason Wallace most likely won't come back or will get traded because the Thunder simply can't afford it. These players are all beloved by the fans and organization, and it sucks letting them go because of financial caps and rules. Let's take a look at another team that isn't as fortunate to have as many picks as the Oklahoma City Thunder do, the Boston Celtics. The Celtics won the 2024 NBA championship with 5 players having salaries nearly over $20 million. Everyone knew that this wasn't sustainable, but the championship was all that mattered. So, coming into the 2025 offseason, it was time for the team to blow it up because they wanted to avoid the second apron. They traded away 2 of their main components in that championship roster, Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Also, they are deciding not to re-sign Al Horford. If you take a look at the roster now and their championship roster, you would be like, oh my god, what happened? And the second apron is what happened. Now, is the new collective bargain agreement a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA? It will be interesting to see what teams do as the seasons go on. Will teams be more like the Thunder and use draft capital to replace existing players, or will they be like the Celtics and blow it up and fully restart? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.